Everybody else, get if you're not involved, move.
A brutal attack struck Jewish worshippers outside a synagogue in Manchester, UK, during Yom Kippur services on October 2nd. The assailant, 35-year-old Jihad Al-Shamie, rammed his car into the crowd at Heaton Park Hebrew congregation around 9:30 a.m., then leapt out, knife in hand, stabbing people. 2 Jewish men were killed, one an elderly community member, the other a father, while 3 others, including the synagogue security guard, remain in critical condition. Police gunned down the attacker at the scene. He was carrying a fake bomb driven by Islamist ideology.
Mate, he's got a bomb on his fucking jacket, mate. He's trying to go into school. Mate, he stabbed him.
This comes as antisemitism surges across Europe, fueled by the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack on Israel, with Jewish communities increasingly targeted for their faith. Just a day earlier, 3 men were arrested in Berlin. They were suspected of being Hamas operatives. The suspects, out of which 2 were German and 1 was Lebanese, were caught allegedly buying weapons like AK-47s to plot attacks on Jewish sites across Germany and Europe. Several raids uncovered guns and ammo, exposing them as a clear threat tied to Hamas's agenda of targeting Jewish communities. Back in December 2023, Germany and the Netherlands nabbed 4 suspected Hamas operatives plotting to hit Jewish targets. Linked to Hamas's Al-Qassam brigades, the group had handguns, bomb-making materials, and maps pinpointing synagogues in Berlin and Amsterdam. Experts claim that the Israel-Palestine conflict is stoking this hatred. Extremists are reportedly weaponizing the war to justify attacks on Jews not originating from the Middle East. Synagogues now seem to be locked down targets, with Jewish communities living in fear.
The day that we've dreaded but we knew would come, the first terror attack on a UK synagogue. Since October the 7th, the temperature has risen astronomically, thousands of attacks on the Jewish community, and the Jewish community has always felt under pressure, at risk. I think the Jewish community feels it's only responsible for its own community, the Community Security Trust, which is funded by the Home Office but still has reliant on charities and the community itself to protect it. Has done sterling work for years, keeping Jews safe as they come to and from synagogue, as children go to and from schools. But while we've looked around the world at attacks in Pittsburgh, in France, in Germany, we always felt that it wouldn't be long before something like this happens here in the UK. And today is that day. I think we've reached a point now where Britain's at a crossroads, and I think Jews are only 0.4% of the UK community. We can't fight this alone, and we are going to need to see a change, I think, in terms of the priority given to ensuring that people can go to a synagogue and pray in safety, knowing that their loved ones aren't going to be attacked in the way people were in Manchester today. The Jewish community is a very secular, very embedded, very proudly British, doesn't define itself by Israel or anything. It defines itself as a British Jewish community and all the great things it offers in terms of family values and tradition and heritage and education. All these things that we want to shout from the rooftops, we feel that we've been forced to be quiet about in the last couple of years out of fear for our own security. And we've always felt, I think, that Britain is a great place to be Jewish. Britain is a safe place to be Jewish. When we've looked on the continent, particularly Jews in Paris and around Europe that have felt under violent pressure, and communities in those countries that are violently opposed to Jewish people. That hasn't been the case in this country. I think there's been a really healthy interfaith community connection between Muslims and Jews and other faiths and denominations, but that has eroded.